Udah, pegang nih, live nih. Sini Bang Yus cari. Bang Yus cari. Sini. Pegang nih. YouTube.
Keluarga
tapi nggak boleh, suaranya nggak boleh masuk.
Kenapa gue masuk?
Nanti jadi double. Keluarga lagi mana? Ini papa ini aja. Udah keluarga lagi mana? Ini gue search biar nggak. Pesan dulu sebelum ini. Udah.
Welcome to American University's Commencement. Please listen to the following message. In accordance with the fire code, please keep the aisles
Dan
and
juga dia ntar
exits
datangnya ke sini.
at all times. In an emergency, contact the staff member located throughout the arena. And use police department
Jadi
and
pegangin dulu
paramedics are on site if needed.
Kamu udah.
If asked to exit the arena, proceed to the nearest exit. Please take a moment to find the closest exit. During the ceremony, as a courtesy to all who are here to celebrate, please silence your cell phone and remain in your seats throughout the event. Objects that impede visibility, signs, banners, air horns, and noisemakers are prohibited. Thank you, and congratulations to our graduates!
Coba lihat live-nya bagus nggak? Cek live-nya udah kelihatan belum? Oh, kirim ke Tante Nova.
Udah di keluarga jalan udah.
Kirim ke Nova.
Masuk juga.
Tadi dia masih WhatsApp.
Dia udah masuk.
Udah masuk, kirim langsung ke Kanova biar langsung dikabarin.
Orang masih banyak.
Bisa.
Ada ini ya.
Udah aku WhatsApp.
Enggak masuknya. Dia bisa di situ.
Bisa ke sini. Saya
Di bawah itu.
Hai. Gaby, say hi ya Gaby.
Hi. We are celebrating Michael Naibaho's graduation, and we say congratulations for Michael Naibaho. And I will also graduate in business administration. And right now, and I'm a sophomore in American University.
Mantap. Say hi Opung. Opung buat Opung.
Hello, Opung. Hi, my lovely grandmother. I'm Gabriel Naibaho, and I'm currently a sophomore, majoring business administration.
Dah.
Woohoo! The left corner. On the left side. The way in the corner. Go down and go to the left. No, we're in the bleachers, all the way in the left top corner. The left top corner. I'm saying the left top corner.
Pegangin sebentar Gaby. Bang Jas mau pakai tas. Jadi iya makanya nggak usah dipegang-pegangnya. Nggak udah biarin kan. Jangan gitu kan. Loh. Jangan dipegang-pegang ininya ya, pegang bawahnya aja.
Oke.
Bawahnya.
Straight ahead over the balcony. And you'll see that's the left. That's the left. I said the left top.
Tadi kita mau
Coba cek YouTube-nya bagus nggak? Coba cek YouTube-nya bagus nggak?
bagus bagus.
Coba lihat lagi.
Aku udah nonton.
Mau lihat sebentar? Sama suaranya cek.
You'll be able to find one seat.
Sama suaranya coba cek. Dikecilan, kecilan.
What?
Udah, jangan kecilin suaranya. Nanti dia masuk. Hah? Apa? Udah ke jalan ke arah sini. Aku berdiri aja. Biar kelihatan.
Oh, sudah masuk kayak gitu.
Nanti si Michael kesini dia ngambil dari sini ngarep ke sini.
Sini ya.
Jadi kita pas dapat mukanya.
Bang ini?
Boleh nggak? Thank you.
Oh enggak. Jatuh. Lu gimana sih?
Sorry, Le. Thank you.
Sorry guys, this place is totally full of me.
Baby mau? Nih, Bang. No, that.
Nanti tolong cariin Michael ya, ada di mana, Bang Jess, biar Bang Jess sorot.
Oke.
Nanti dia duduk di antara ini harusnya.
Para relawan duduk di situ atau di situ atau di situ?
Enggak di sini, nanti baru mereka jalan keluar.
Berapa menit acaranya, Bang?
2 jam lah ya. Baterainya cukup nggak ya? Cukup. Bi, boleh tukar tempat duduk nggak? Biar Bang Jess nggak kalangan orang.
Boleh.
Ada kepala orang kalau.
Kaget gue.
Kanur, say hi tuh. Ini Ini artis, tuh ini artis. Lagi on the way.
Belum masuk gitu, itu si Perak.
Ya belum nanti.
Dia bisa ke situ nggak? Itu si Perak tuh, kalau si Michael nanti tidak maju.
Boleh, boleh. Ke depan sini harusnya boleh. Jadi foto kan, biar
Iya.
difoto sama dia. Ha. Iya lagi. Le, tolong call Vera dong, Kak Vera. Biar dia nggak call aku. Di call. Kita bilang berdiri gitu, aku belum berdiri. Aku gini tante Vera. Sebelah kiri kita, sebelah kiri atas. Sebelah kiri atas, sebelah kiri atas nih. Sebelah kiri atas. Aku dada-dada tuh.
Bisa ada. Itu bisa masuk sini. Oh iya ini.
Lihat tangan lambai-lambai. Tangan lambai-lambai sebelah kiri. Sebelah kiri. Sebelah kiri nih. Nih, sebelah kiri. Ah. Sebelah sini kali ya.
Udah.
Bisa nggak? Sebelah sini kayaknya ya. Oh, ada di reserve sama dia. Kita harus geseran. Ada sini jadi sini. Nanti biar kamera situ.
Dia nggak bisa riset kalau yang ini yang di sana.
Oh gitu. Enggak yang itu tuh orang mau duduk situ nggak dibolehin sama ibu-ibu ini. Ibu-ibu depan kita.
Pokoknya kayaknya nggak deh.
Nggak boleh ya saya.
Iya. Yang sana iya.
Iya makanya. Iya. Sebelah sini kakak. Sini. Geseran aja.
That was the people who got here first. No, I don't. I'm guessing. They'll probably like this.
Bawa di sini.
Nggak bawa roti nggak?
Roti.
Nggak bawa. Nggak ada ya udah.
Halo toh.
Halo.
Hai semua, hai.
Ah, nanti dia pas jalannya ke sini jadi pas bisa dipoto gampang.
Kau baru makan kau udah minta roti lagi.
Masuk ke live nanti jangan ngomong. Gak usah dia obsesif ya tentang itu jadi ditanya-tanyain terus nanti.
Oh, saya udah dikeluarin dari
Oh gitu dia nanyain terus. Love you mak. Love you.
Smiling too big.
Aku baru mau satu kredit.
Oh ya mantap bentar lagi 2 tahun lagi ya. Kalau Jessica udah peringkat berapa? Udah 1 tahun di bawahnya berarti. 1 tahun di bawah. Kenapa? Kamu mau toilet?
Enggak.
Coba tolong kirim linknya ke Bang Jepang biar Bang Jes kirim ke istri. Linknya kirim ke Bang Jes.
But I didn't have a
Gampang dia nanti ke depan sana.
Kalau di belakang situ kita nggak kelihatan apa-apa nanti.
Kok tahu lah?
Hah?
Kok tahu lah?
Orang lihat punggungnya doang. Gimana? Mau gimana lah? Makanya.
That's it.
Oh iya.
Jadi mereka cuma cover aja, udah ada orangnya gitu. Kayak tempat itu.
Oh, kita nggak dikasih ya tadi programnya. Satu ada ya program. Nggak dikasih program ya?
Ada dikasih program.
Oh, programnya bagus. Itu kenang-kenangan juga.
Iya sih.
Ada namanya kalau kadang ada namanya juga di kelas. Iya programnya itu minta dari mana itu? Kanur tuh bisa minta nggak tuh di depan? Belum dapat bilang aja programnya. Ada ya? Oh, di depan harusnya. Itu ada namanya Michael di situ, ntar ada juga namanya. Di depan biasa sih. Di depan.
Itu apa namanya?
Tanya aja program. Iya program.
Enggak apa.
Program.
I just said we're gonna start banging on the fences and people get home. Not here. Why not everybody?
Iya. Bang bisa nggak manggil bawa apa? Itu bukan tuh. Jatuh. Bang ini butuh charging soalnya dia ininya biar sambil live. Ini pinjam. Kabel yang biasa tapi Bang bisa salah bawa ini nggak bisa nih nggak ada USB-C dia. USB A ke USB-C. Coba lihat kabel dia apa?
Aku ya, Yoa.
Coba lihat. Bang Yus bawa power bank, tapi ini kalau nggak ntar dia mati di tengah jalan.
Aku cuma gini doang, Bang.
Coba lihat.
Aku cuma gini.
Coba lihat.
Bah, aku cuma gini.
Coba lihat. Lo ya ini udah. Coba ini apa? Oh USB-C ke USB-C ya.
Nggak boleh sama
Cuma satu dia.
cuma satu yang family. Nanti mama dulu kata.
Gimana Bang Jo? Ini mau dipinjam?
Nggak bisa itu. Harus di save ini berarti ini baterainya. Aku bawa kabel tapi kabel USB-C ke USB-C, baterai bankku ya USB A ke USB-C. Dari mana lah yang ngambilnya?
Apa tuh?
Lo yang ngambilnya dari mana?
Oh di situ, dari setiap pintu ada.
Oh,
Satu per family.
di
katanya.
situ.
Sini. Di belakang sini.
belakang sini.
Ada pintu di situ. Udah
Oh.
di situ mereka.
Oh, udah.
Mereka udah berdiri semuanya di situ. Oh dari sini bukan dari sana. Orang itu dari sini. Saya
Udah,
lihat.
masuk ke sini, masuk ke situ. Oh gitu. Berarti nanti sorotnya dari sini ya? Mereka masuk dari sini nanti, dari sini. Ah, ke depan. Tolong bantu cariin Michael ya nanti ya.
Nggak pakai zoom, kacamata nggak pakai zoom.
Bisa,
Oh enggak menggeli ya.
bisa.
Itu bapaknya mereka itu video.
Gak bisa apa? Gaby itu papa Gaby tuh. Tuh, papanya Gaby.
Halo Pak.
Lihat, bapaknya.
Kenapa? Apa? Kenapa? Video ini ya harus di sini, Kalau di belakang atau di situ nggak kelihatan. Karena mereka duduk di tengah. Ya. Jadi ini pas ininya lah. Nanti dia jalannya ke arah kita, jalan pas ngambil wisudanya ke arah kita, jadi bisa disorot juga, bisa dipoto sama disorot gampang.
Oke.
Keluarnya ke arah kita. Link YouTube-nya kan udah aku share, udah Gabriel share link YouTube-nya. Oke. Harusnya udah ada.
Tuh bapaknya belum dapat itu share
Di share ke
YouTube-nya.
papanya Gaby. Oh udah. Share lagi, karena nomornya ada banyak ya.
Iya.
Ke nomor open nggak? Nggak. Itu ya, Inang Muda. Inang Muda.
Kan kelihatan di situ kalau orang yang buka share itu di YouTube itu. Orang-orang yang buka kan kelihatan.
Kelihatan dua orang yang nggak kelihatan siapa? Oh, kalau Facebook ya, kalau YouTube
Pasti kali kalau nggak itu si Nova.
Oh iya. Tapi dari share ke GKA juga sama Gaby. Di tasnya Michael ada kabel USB nggak? Aku bawa baterai banknya tapi kabelnya aku nggak ketinggalan. Coba di tasnya Michael siapa tahu ada kabelnya. Coba ya. Ya boleh itu. Coba lihat. Itu apa tuh USB-C dua-duanya ya? USB ada nggak? Ya nggak bisa. Baterainya ada nggak? Baterai banknya ada nggak? Baterai banknya itu apa tuh? Satu lagi apa tuh? Itu satu lagi apa? Sama ya, USB. Baterainya ada nggak? Kalau baterainya ada nggak? Ya udah, nggak usah, nggak apa-apa. Ini dikembaliin aja. Ya, nggak usah.
Si Gaby tuh nggak ada.
Gaby juga nggak ada. Nggak apa-apa. Tapi nggak bisa live ya. Live itu harus ada subscribernya minimal 50.
Oh ada, gue 1000.
1000 yakin? Terkenal juga lah ya.
Invited guests, please stand and welcome the American University Color Guard, the University Marshal Jennifer Axe, Faculty Trustee and Chair of the Faculty Senate, and members of the College of Arts and Sciences graduating class for spring 2025.
Aku ingat pas lagi ini pas kita pegang tangan merinding biasanya pas aku keluar itu. Mana? Belum ada. Oh itu dia udah mulai masuk. Cariin Michael. Sorry. Panggil aja. Tuh ada nggak? Mana Michael? Mana? Kelihatan nggak di mana Michael?
Oh terbagi dua ya. Dari sana satu, dari sini satu.
Biasanya yang di bawah itu yang kumlot itu orang tuanya lah. Yang boleh situ spesial ya. Mereka dapat itu ya. Anaknya kumlot.
Sorry.
It's alright, it's alright. Belum ada. Mana? Cari dulu. Orang Michaelnya mana?
gue nanti juga gue panggil ya.
Michael.
Iya nggak apa-apa. Tadi orang dari tadi kayak gitu pak. Nggak apa-apa. Nanti karena biar dia sekarang nggak. Nanti harus ada kelihatan dulu. Biar. Karena yang namanya Michael banyak.
Michael Naibaho.
Iya boleh. Waduh, kita nggak tahu nih Michael duduk di mana. Kalau di jok sana nggak kelihatan sama sekali deh. Kalau di jok sana nggak kelihatan deh.
Oh ini Michael.
Mana?
Tuh. Michael.
Untung aja deket.
Untung aja gue bisa lihat.
Iya.
Mataku udah picek.
Mantap.
Mata gue picek masih bisa lihat dong.
Mantap gitu. Duduknya agak depan kayaknya. Lumayan.
Mana dia duduknya?
Di depan sini kayaknya, depan sini.
Oh itu dia. Itu dia. Paling ping belakang dia.
Well, then Megan will be behind him.
Oh, duduk di mana deh?
Itu dong.
Aku nggak kelihatan. Nggak kelihatan aku. Kelihatan nggak lah?
Untung aja sih Michael dari sini. Kalau dari sana.
Oh iya, sih. Nggak kelihatan. Lihat nggak di mana duduk dia sekarang? Oh itu dia, di belakang situ ya? Itu belakang situ tuh. Ini belakang sana. Tuh belakang situ tuh. Coba dadah Michael.
Oh iya itu dia.
Ah.
Pas di belakang itu dia pas. Cewek di samping mana? Paling belakang dia. Pas paling belakang. Dia di sini. Dia di sini.
I really hope so. I like
Please direct your attention to the University Marshal, Jennifer Axe.
Friends, guests, and candidates for degrees, welcome. It's my pleasure to introduce the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences, the candidates for doctoral degrees, the administration of the university, and our honored guests. American University's 149th commencement will now begin.
Kayak Scotland ya,
Iya.
gaya banget.
Oh my god, it's so bad. You
Pas
can see
paling
it.
belakang.
You see everyone in this video.
Bisa.
Bisa di zoomin bisa.
Coba zoom.
Pakai HP bisa, pakai HP bisa. Ini susah nih karena zoom. Nggak boleh. Di WhatsApp aja, di WhatsApp. Biar kita nggak nunduk-nunduk.
Terlalu jauh.
Bang Yus nggak bisa lagi ini. Kayaknya lagi gini. Bilang WhatsApp aja, WhatsApp. Di WhatsApp aja. Di WhatsApp aja nggak apa-apa. Iya, di WhatsApp aja. Bang Yus nggak bisa.
Lihat itu orang yang berdiri itu di depan lagi. Yang di depan orang berdiri yang baju hitam. Nggak kelihatan. Aku juga udah bisa diterima kali.
This is the second row on the right side. Second row.
Coba di WhatsApp ke Michael biar nggak, jangan nunduk-nunduk. Lihat ke kamera sekali-sekali, ke arah sini sekali-sekali. Di WhatsApp.
I don't have the video.
Jangan nunduk-nunduk. Jangan mainan HP.
When's your graduation party? Graduation. Yeah. Did you have that party or you were coming for your graduation? Yeah.
Susah dia karena zoom dia, karena zoom jadi susah goyangnya.
Iya, benar.
Karena dia zoom in, susah goyang, goyang-goyang.
No. I don't know why I still have that.
Karena dia zoom pakai HP.
I can't.
Zoom in.
Ini sorot yang sorot ke Michael terus.
Oh gitu.
Nah, di sini ya. Aku zoom 25 kali, Pak. Ayo 25 kali. 25 kali. Saya ada 25 kali. Kita bisa 25 kali. Di sana doang. Ya.
Can you tell them she's in the second row back? Did you already?
It feels like my knees are like swinging. Like when I go back in,
Coba Gaby, ada yang dari AU-nya juga ada live streamingnya juga. Coba buka Vimeo. Biar Gaby share juga link itunya, link live streaming dari vimeo.com. Vimeo.
there's one person on 1,000 people in there.
Oh ya, itu dia. Udah, itu dia. Udah. Udah oke lah.
Lalu kesini si Michael. Ah, udah dia. Udah gini.
He looks like he's 43. So they're not all kids, so they just came back to college.
Those are
Dia
the doctors.
karena zoom dia jadi goyang-goyang.
Iya. Kalau zoom yang 25 kali itu ya.
Iya, goyang.
Kan ada 25 kali ya.
Iya, goyang sedikit langsung goyang.
Itu paling last one.
Yeah.
Jadi goyang-goyang gini.
Iya. Iya, udah. Hah?
Yeah. I meant today.
Mana dia? Oh, di ujung sana. Sebentar dulu udah biar.
Good morning, everyone, and please join me again in thanking the Macmillan Pipe Band. Candidates for degrees, honored guests, parents, family, alumni, and friends, on behalf of the American University community, welcome to Commencement. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge a member of our Board of Trustees who's joining us today, Mehdi Haravi, and the President of our AU Alumni Board, Patty Caballero. Thank you for being here. Today, we celebrate. We celebrate the decision you made years ago to pursue higher education. It was an important decision that will continue to shape your life's journey for years to come. We celebrate all you've brought to this university,
your incredible energy, intellect, and passion, and what you will take with you as you continue to strive to make a difference. And we celebrate that we are all here today to share this special moment. Please join in singing our national anthem, led by Julia Dobbins, and remain standing for the invocation offered by Reverend Eric Doolittle, our university chaplain.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing as the star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home Will you please join me in an attitude of reflection and prayer? Creating God of wisdom and truth, you set the seasons and the hours of our lives. You inspire us to ask big questions and to excel in our work. You call us to intentionally live out our values and purpose. You set standards for how we treat one another and the world. You have gathered us as a college and university to remind us of who we are and why we exist in this place. We thank you for this weekend of celebration, for a time where we recognize transitions, traditions, values, and purpose. A last moment to celebrate this graduating class, for a final gathering to recognize their accomplishments in and out of the classroom, and the juncture connecting who they have been to who they are becoming. We thank you for all the folks who come around these students to support them through their college years, the family, friends, mentors, and teachers who offer encouragement, resources, and support, who molded these graduates and entrusted them to our care. We join you now as part of their support team and ask for their continued growth and protection as they move forward from this place. We thank you for the time to reflect on the values and traditions of this institution, for the foresight of the church and civic leaders who founded this place as a means of emancipating the human mind from fear, from misunderstanding, from the dark, and leading it into the light. This is more than a stale ivory tower, but an institution that empowers lives of purpose, service, and leadership. We thank you for this graduating class of 2025, who have embodied excellence, integrity, and dignity as they navigated a multitude of challenges and changes during their time here. May they go forth from this place carrying those same values, that same spirit, that same care and concern as they represent their alma mater and those who have worked so hard to bring them to this moment in a world with its own challenges and need for change. Bless our time today, that we may hear some final words of truth and wisdom, and that we may all do well and also do good in service to the world. In the name of God, Creator, Redeemer, and Sustainer, I pray. Amen. Please be seated.
This ceremony, with its colors, regalia, symbols, and traditions, celebrates the achievements of our new graduates. It is fitting that we will now recognize the University Award and Student Achievement Award recipients. Please stand and remain standing while your award is announced.
Ini yang berprestasi.
Hassett to Bebe, the Scott A. Bass Outstanding Scholarship in the Undergraduate for high impact research in biochemistry. Kira Malka Carr, the Gail Short Hansen Award for Advocacy for Leadership in Public Health. Jordan Gunter, the Kinsman Hearst Award for exemplary service to your peers and our community. Nicole Levy, the Evelyn Swarthout Hayes Award for outstanding commitment to dance as a form of expression and a tool for building community. Caroline R. Spaniel, the Stafford Cassell Award for extensive leadership and commitment to your peers. And Leah Starr, the Charles W. Van Way Award for leadership in the AU STEM community. Thank you to our student award winners. You may be seated. Faith Massey, please step forward. The President's Award is presented at commencement to a graduating senior whose accomplishments as an undergraduate are truly exceptional and taken together reflect the spirit and quality of the highest ideals of American University. I am pleased to present this year's award to Faith Massey. Faith, you are a talented and accomplished scholar, leader, and public servant with a demonstrated commitment to uplifting others. You are graduating cum laude from American University's College of Arts and Sciences with a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. Throughout your undergraduate career, you impressed your professors with your exceptional academic achievements, your commitment to living a life of service, and your boundless energy, enthusiasm, and curiosity for learning. During your time at AU, you served as a Congressional Black Caucus Foundation intern for Senator Amy Klobuchar and earned the 2023-25 Obama Chesky Voyager Scholarship for Public Service. You spent last summer at the Faith and Politics Institute's John Robert Lewis Scholars and Fellows Program and at Harvard's Junior Summer Institute in Public Policy and International Affairs. You also traveled to Ghana to research how the transcontinental slave trade contributed to today's systems of inequality and to investigate and report on accessibility issues for differently abled students in a small coastal village. In addition, you launched your own small business, Faith Nailed It. You grew up in Nashville, Tennessee, and outside Chicago, Illinois, where you co-founded the first Afrocentric student organization, Black Leader Achievers, and hosted your school district's inaugural Black History Month event. You also launched a nonprofit, Sharing Our Voices, to distribute diverse literature to low-income communities. You aspire to become the first person in your family to earn a PhD and continue studying policies that disproportionately affect the Black community. You are proud to follow in the footsteps of your mother, Celia Massey, who I know is here, who was the first in her family to go to college and earned her master's degree, and your grandmother, Ernestine Moore, who is also here, went back to school at age 50 after raising 4 children. As the 16th President of American University, I am proud to bestow upon you the 2025 President's Award. I would now like to welcome University Provost Vicki Wilkins to the podium to continue our program.
Wow, Faith Massey. That's the way to start, yes. Although this day is about our graduates, we also want to take a moment to recognize the scholars and teachers who guided them in their journeys of intellectual development and achievement. I ask that the faculty of the College of Arts and Science please rise and receive appreciation from your students, their family, your friends, and your provost. Members of the College of Arts and Science faculty are here with us today, and we're honored at an annual faculty recognition dinner last month, but we'd like to honor them again. So will you please stand when I call your name? Laura Trasher Bernhofen, Senior Professorial Lecturer Emerita of Mathematics and Statistics. Robert Fletcher, Professor Emeritus of Economics. Stephanie Grant, Associate Professor Emerita of Literature. Esther Ibanez Holterman, Hearst Senior Professional Lecturer Emerita in World Languages and Cultures. Robert Karch, Professor Emeritus of Health Studies. Alan Kraut, Distinguished Professor Emeritus of History. Lacey Wooten, Hearst Senior Professorial Lecturer Emerita of Literature. And Brian Yates, Professor Emeritus of Psychology. We are deeply grateful for the countless contributions you have made to American University over the years. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Linda Aldori, who will address the Assembly and introduce our student speakers.
Thank you, Provost Wilkins. Good morning, 2025 graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences, and congratulations for getting to this day. I want to begin by thanking again all the teachers, researchers, and staff who experienced the students' ups and downs, who spent hours encouraging, training, and supporting students, not only in classes but also in labs, while traveling and through advising. You are sharing in the students' accomplishments today after years of hard work. Graduates, please join me once again. A round of applause for all of your mentors and teachers. But students, as you know, you had a much wider circle of supports over your time here at AU. Families, old high school friends, new friends met here on campus, mentors from internships, coaches, club advisors. Often it was in tiny ways. Sometimes the efforts were hidden to you, but they were always there, pushing you, never giving up on you. I'd like to take this moment to also give them a round of applause. But of course, the person you need to appreciate the most today is you. You are here mostly because of you. You got here after facing setbacks, high expectations, perhaps crises, and most definitely some failures. There have been some situations where maybe you doubted yourself or questioned whether you will end up here today at the moment of pride, grace, and also an unknown future. But whatever you do from here on in, don't compare yourself to others. You are on your own path with your own talents, your own limitations. Do not let anyone diminish your self-esteem. Your voice counts. Your story counts. And you will create your own story of success and whatever that means for you. In a couple of hours, graduates, you will officially be alumni of one of the most outstanding universities in the country, and that will matter. Keep in touch. Regardless of where life takes you, we want to hear from you. Congratulations. Now I have the distinct honor to introduce two of the exceptional graduates from the college as the student speakers. So the first will be the graduate student speaker and then the undergraduate speaker. Up first, let me introduce Sydney Murray. Sydney is graduating with her PhD in Behavior Cognition and Neuroscience. She received her bachelor's in psychology from Wake Forest University, a master's in psychology from Appalachian State University, and a master's in neuroscience from here in the college. As a doctoral student, she studied nutritional neuroscience, specializing in the effects of diet on post-traumatic stress disorder. Sydney is passionate about researching non-pharmaceutical treatments for mental illness, and after graduation, she will start at the University of Maryland School of Medicine as a postdoctoral fellow, researching the effects of certain diets on schizophrenia. Please welcome Sydney Murray to the podium.
Kalau udah 3 gitu S3 berarti dia.
Trailblazing, excellent, benevolent.
Masih muda.
These words describe American University. Hi, I'm soon-to-be Dr. Sydney Murray. As of today, I will be a PhD holding neuroscientist. As of the last 5 years, I am an American Eagle. In 2019, in the mountains of North Carolina, I was finishing my master's in psychology and trying to decide what to do with my life, when, to my surprise, my biology professor, Dr. Zroll, insisted that I apply to neuroscience PhD programs. You can do it, he said. I insisted that no, I could not do it. I was not qualified for that, or so I thought. But to appease him, I applied to 2 neuroscience programs, one my alma mater, Wake Forest University, and, well, I bet you can guess the other. As I was driving to my American interview, I saw a bald eagle fly directly over me. That was a good sign. In DC, I was welcomed warmly by Mark and Bernadette Laubach, leaders of our neuroscience program, who were so kind I got warm fuzzies. The students were friendly, helpful, and happy, as if they enjoyed their doctorates. My interview with Dr. Katie Holton, who would become my mentor, was fun. Who knew a PhD interview process could be pleasant? Receiving the news that I was accepted at AU is still one of the happiest moments of my life. For the last 3 years in the Nutritional Neuroscience Lab, we have run a clinical trial for veterans with Gulf War illness, in which we test a treatment called the low glutamate diet. This is a life-changing treatment for brain diseases marked by overexcitation and cell death, a process called excitotoxicity. I witnessed participants recover from suicidality, constant nerve pain, daily migraines, and post-traumatic stress disorder, my personal research area, among many other benefits. Veterans and their spouses sobbed with joy on their return visits, having experienced relief after just 1 month on the diet. It was a blessing to watch this magnitude of healing, and through such personally empowering means, what we eat. American University is exactly the institution where this type of research, both pioneering and compassionate, would occur. I am proud to be an Eagle. We are not afraid of the cutting edge, and yet pursue it with goodwill. We create novel treatments, ideas, educational protocols, and art to heal and improve the world. I will continue my career at the University of Maryland School of Medicine, where I will research dietary treatments for schizophrenia, including the low glutamate diet. Thus, I will pay forward a treatment grown here at AU. I have seen just some of the amazing research that's led to our school achieving R1 status this year, marking us as a top research university.
Much of that research was generated by our graduates receiving master's and doctoral degrees today. Fellow graduates, you have just completed your theses, capstones, and dissertations, which, to the benefit of the rest of the world, are only the beginnings of your careers. I see you. I see the culmination of your late nights, early mornings, and living on student stipends in DC. You did this because you cared. You want to leave the world better than you found it, and you will. You are change makers. You are American University Eagles. Thank you.
Thank you, Sydney. Now I'd like to introduce the college undergraduate student speaker, Taraji Ellington.
Soalnya yang live streaming YouTube-nya HP Bang Jas mau mati.
Taraji is graduating
Baterainya
from
nggak bawa
Honors
kabel.
College with degrees in environmental science and political science.
50. Ya, sedikit
During
lagi.
their time at AU, they studied abroad in Nairobi, Kenya, deepening
Jadi
their
ada
understanding of
cadangan.
global environmental challenges and exploring identity. They are fluent in several languages, including Swahili, and believe in the power of communication to bridge cultural divides. Beyond academics, they are dedicated to community engagement and have actively participated in voter mobilization initiatives. Taraji will be attending George Washington University Law School in the fall. To pursue a career in environmental law and policy, please welcome Taraji Ellington to the podium.
Good morning, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. Today we gather here to celebrate the achievements of the College of Arts and Sciences, a name that carries more weight than we often realize. Have you ever wondered why we're a part of a college and not a school? It's because we chose a path defined not by a singular focus, but by a boundless curiosity. We came to American University with talents we carried since birth. Some that were kind of raw, others that were just whispers of potential, but we chose to shape them, to refine them with countless hours of study, debate, research, and at least in my case, some blood and sweat and tears. We pursued fields that may not always get the spotlight. We didn't choose the most conventional paths or the most predictable careers, but we chose the ones that mattered to us. Only in Cass would you find a pre-med student majoring in anthropology, someone dissecting both human bodies and ancient culture. Only here would you find a history major who chooses the past as a roadmap for the future, something we all need to do. And where else but in Cass would you find a linguistics minor learning their fifth language, not for a requirement, but simply because they believe in the power of communication, something we all need to learn. We choose to study not just to know, but to understand people, cultures, and the natural world, but most importantly, the complexities that connect us all. And in a world that is constantly changing, this kind of understanding is not just important, it's essential. We are proof that impact doesn't always come from what's popular, but from what's powerful. We didn't just prepare for jobs, we prepared to make a difference. We dared to be passionate in a world that asks for practicality. We dared to question, to create, to imagine, and to care so deeply. And no matter the choices you made to get to this point, and the field that you plan on going to after your time at American, I am confident that all of you will make a difference in the future, in your future careers, big or small, no matter what you choose. Before I close, I want to take a moment to honor and thank everyone who supported us on this journey. Whether they're family, chosen or not, faculty and staff who have guided us, or friends who have stood by us, your support truly made a difference. And if you don't mind, I'd also like to take a second to thank my own family. For the past 4 years, my parents have had a front row seat with my journey with academia. Although I'm sitting on the stage now, if I'm being honest, every single class I've taken at this university has challenged me in ways the English language truly will never be able to describe. It was my mom that got my tears, my dad that refocused me, and my brothers who gave me money during my time of need. Thank you for that. I'll pay you back one day. Without them, my journey to this moment would have been so much harder. But if you notice, I said harder. There's a reason why. I specifically said harder and not impossible. Graduates, take a second to realize you did this. Your tears helped pave this path, your all-nighters helped complete this assignment. Your diligence, especially when things didn't go as planned or when success fell out of reach, got you here today. And even if college didn't unfold exactly as you planned or expected, you made it to this moment, and I am being so honest. I'm truly so deeply proud of every single person that I see out in this audience today. Although it's important to honor our ancestors, it's also important to honor yourselves. You did it, so please congratulate yourself throughout today. And today, as we leave this college, a place that dared us to be more, we carry with us the knowledge, the resilience, and the courage to shape the world, and not just to adapt to it. To my fellow graduates, never lose curiosity, that courage, and that conviction. Congratulations to the College of Arts and Science class of 2025. Our journey is just beginning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to our student speakers. You guys are great. I'm now honored to join with the university community, parents, family, and friends in recognizing a very distinguished guest. University Provost Vicki Wilkins will assist in conferring the honorary degree.
In granting honorary degrees, the university recognizes distinguished individuals whose life work represents the values, knowledge, and accomplishments that are embodied in the mission of this institution. Will Radha Mathia please rise to receive the doctorate degree of Public Service Honoris Causa. As President and CEO of the Capital Area Food Bank, you have helped more than 1 million people across the greater Washington region thrive by increasing equitable access to food and opportunity and providing more than 64 million meals last year alone. Yeah. You have spearheaded initiatives to meet unique needs, create an advocacy training program, and publish the food bank's annual hunger report, while developing key partnerships to address some of hunger's root causes. Across all of the food bank's programs and partnerships, you have worked to create sustainable revenue streams that have enabled lasting impact. You previously served as the CEO of the United Nations Foundation for Clean Cooking Alliance and in various roles at CARE International, ICF International, the American Red Cross, Mercer Management Consulting, and the Council on Foreign Relations. You have been recognized by the Washington Business Journal as the Nonprofit CEO of the Year and a woman who means business, and by the Washingtonian Magazine as the Washingtonian of the Year and one Washington's most powerful women. You hold a Bachelor of Arts and a Master's of Arts in Economics from Tufts University and a Master of Business Administration from Stanford University.
Radha Mathia, by authority of the Congress of the United States, vested in the Board of Trustees of American University, I am proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Public Service Honoris Causa.
Adekku tahun depan dokter. Yang satu lagi udah dari 2 tahun lalu, 3 tahun. Dokter.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, President Alger, Provost Wilkins, Dean Alduri, members of the Board of Trustees and the President's Council, faculty, staff, family and friends, and most importantly, the class of 2025. It's a true honor for me to be here, and it's made all the richer because I know from my conversation with Dean Alduri and what she's told me about your class that my invitation to speak with you reflects the deep value for and commitment to community that we hold in common. Today, I'd like to focus my remarks on 3 stories from the early part of my life. They're experiences that have shaped me and taught me a few things that you may find useful too as you embark on this next stage of your journey. My first story is about how far a free school lunch can go. When I was 13, my family moved from Malaysia to Boston so that my father could pursue his doctorate. The transition was jarring. The Massachusetts winter was bone-chilling. The culture was new, and I definitely didn't fit in at school. But one of the most difficult adjustments was the change in our financial situation. While my family's life had been reasonably comfortable in Malaysia, my father's graduate stipend didn't go very far towards supporting a family of 5 in the US. We all did our best to make it work, but even with my mother working as a checkout clerk at the local grocery store, the math just didn't add up. I know there were a lot of stressful conversations at the kitchen table as my parents tried to figure out how to cover rent, utilities, and food. Being new to the country, they didn't know anything about the existence of various federal assistance programs, let alone how to sign up for them. Around the same time, I happened to see a girl in the school lunch line hand a red ticket to the woman bringing students up rather than money. A free meal. I went home and told my mother about it. I am certain that my parents felt embarrassed at the prospect of signing us up for free school lunches. It was just one more reminder that life in the US wasn't what they'd expected. But what they wanted more than anything was for our family, and especially for their children, to succeed. So they figured out how to enroll us. Soon, my sisters and I were getting the food we needed to concentrate in our classes, and there was a little more money in the budget to keep a roof over our heads and turn that thermostat up a few degrees. This opened the door for navigating other forms of assistance, and gradually, our family reached a point of financial stability. Why do I share this story? I share it because it's the source of one of my earliest life lessons. Getting support at a key moment can make all the difference. And there is never any shame in receiving it. Accepting help can feel like a weakness. Accepting help can feel like a weakness, but it's not. It's an act of courage. And it's also an act of trust in others and in the future. The support my family received was a bridge. It allowed my father to finish his education. It allowed me to pursue mine. And it helped us set the course for everything that came after. Today, I'm in the privileged position of being able to lead the same kind of organization that my family could have gotten assistance from, precisely because of the help that I benefited from when I was younger. It doesn't matter the circumstances, whether you're going through a tough time or trying to get an introduction that moves your career forward, or just need some perspective on a challenge that you're facing, reach out and ask for help. Everyone deserves it, including you. And while we're on the topic, I'd offer one other piece of counsel. Remember to offer help just as freely. Experience has taught me that while hard work and determination count for a lot, luck also plays a role in shaping what happens to us. For better or worse, we are all just a few twists of fate away from leading very different lives. Once we understand this, it opens our eyes to countless opportunities where we have to be that twist of fate that positively changes someone's trajectory. A literal or figurative door opened, a kind word, the investment of your talents into causes you believe in. They all matter. help has a ripple effect, and sometimes your small act of generosity becomes someone else's lifeline. My next story is about heading into uncharted territory. I still remember the feelings of my own college graduation. I was filled with pride, excitement, nerves, all the usual suspects. But I also felt dread. It didn't stem from the prospect of finding a job or moving out on my own. Rather, it came from the knowledge that with my time in college over, I would soon be expected to enter into an arranged marriage. I should also mention that at this point, I was only 18. This was all part of an agreement with my family. I wanted a college education, and they wanted to secure my future by marrying me at a respectable age. In our culture, that was ideally before I turned 21. So I had started college at 15 and a half and finished in 3 years, enabling me to begin meeting prospective partners right afterward. Now that I had a degree, I would also soon have to have a husband, one of the various suitable boys I'd be able to meet with once for a half hour, supervised, often over an uncomfortable cup of tea. I did ultimately marry one of these men, and because I hold dear the culture into which I was born, I genuinely wanted things to work out. But the marriage was turbulent, toxic, and untenable. He was, to drastically understate the point, not kind to me. I knew that if I left, the social risks for my family would be incredibly high. But if I stayed, the personal risks to me might be higher. After 2 years, with the incredible support of my sisters and friends, I ended the marriage. And then, suddenly, there was nothing. Up to that point, I had lived my life within the contours of my culture's expectations. Severing my marriage, a stunning act of defiance, also meant severing ties with my community and for a time, even with my parents. It upended every plan I'd had for the future. With everything a blank slate, I started the difficult work of figuring out what shape my world would take. The same friends who'd helped me gather the strength to end the marriage now helped me see the possibilities that stood before me. I learned how to date, to dance, to laugh, to wear clothes that felt like me. Slowly, I built myself a new life and began the process of actually living it. This experience taught me multiple things. First, it helped me tune in to the quiet but firm voice within me and to listen when it says, I need more. While I couldn't have named it at the time, it was this voice that drove me to pursue a college education and to leave an unhealthy marriage. It has led me towards every major step I've taken since. Second, casting off into the wilderness without a map made me realize that it's possible to jump into a dark chasm and miraculously to survive and even thrive. Now, I am not by nature someone who is into winging it. I believe deeply in exercising strategic foresight, and I've never met a planning session I didn't like. Give me scenarios A, B, and C, and I'll show you D through Z. However, if I'm honest, many of the biggest and most consequential changes in my life have been leaps into the abyss. Some more calculated, some less, but all led by the same voice and the knowledge that I would somehow be okay. This process of listening, leaping, and ultimately reinventing has led me to take jobs in disparate sectors and to go from global to national and today to local at the Capital Area Food Bank. It led me to marry a wonderful man from a culture far away from my own, who has now been my husband for 28 years, and who is here this morning along with my amazing parents, sons, and sister. It has led us to move our family across continents and on and on. Each pivot, each jump into the unknown has brought me closer to myself and to the life I was meant to lead. It is a process that is continuously ongoing. In your lifetimes, which may well extend into your hundreds, the sheer volume of change you'll encounter will not just invite, but will require you to embrace the unknown. This won't be easy or comfortable. In fact, it will often be the opposite. Fortunately, the experience of having to rebuild your life as I did is not a prerequisite for finding your way through these changes. You don't need certainty. You only need the courage to listen for your own version of the inner voice that knows what you need most. And then to leap with confidence that the universe will catch you, because it will. My final story is about not climbing alone. In my mid-20s, after a first job in foreign relations and then business school, I concluded that getting to know more about the private sector could ultimately help me have a greater impact in the social sector. So I'd taken a job in management consulting here in DC. Like so many other transitions in my life to that point, this one was proving rocky. I often felt like crying as I fought with pivot tables and extensive quantitative modeling. I also had no actual experience in the business world, unlike many of my peers, and was certain that very soon they'd realize I was way out of my depth. Beyond these things, there was also a culture of confident extroversion into which I just didn't seem to fit. In short, utter failure seemed imminent. Today, we might call what I was feeling imposter syndrome. Back then, I just called it misery. One day, I learned that I'd been assigned to a case being led by the firm's most respected partners. She was extremely smart, competent, and apparently a lot of fun. I was thrilled, but also surprised. Everyone wanted to get onto her cases. I had no idea how I'd ended up on her radar. My time working with her was transformative. She encouraged my learning, offered reassurance, and enabled me to see the skills that I did have. She also went out of her way to talk me up to others, saying things like, "Oh, you may think Radha's a wallflower, but just you wait until you work with her. You'll be blown away." Under her guidance and leadership, I flourished. And I later learned that she had selected me for her team precisely because she thought I needed some confidence building. Her management has taught me many lessons, but here are the most important ones. First, you can never, ever underestimate the power of making people feel seen and included. A sense of belonging is essential for our well-being, and you can offer it to anyone, anywhere, at any time. Take every opportunity to invite others in, because you truly never know how it might change. Second, this experience made it clear to me that the ultimate marker of success is not whether you achieve your own goals, but whether you help others grow in ways that enable them to achieve theirs too. It's something I've strived to do over my own career, and some of my most proudest moments are still when I see the impact that the people I've mentored in the past are having today. You've gotten to this moment through your talent, your discipline, and your effort, and those things will continue to serve you. But none of us can fulfill our potential alone. So to paraphrase the civil rights activist Mary Church Terrell, we must lift as we climb. Ascend by all means on whatever path you choose, because your own ascent is an opportunity to bring others with you. The mountaintop is wide enough to hold us all. Class of 2025, you do not need me to tell you that you're graduating into a world that is both uncertain and deeply complex. The future of truth and trust, of safety and justice often feels unclear. There is simply no sugarcoating that. Creating change, as I know so many of you want to do, feels daunting. But if you take only one thing away from our time together today, let it be this. The tools you most need to contribute to a better future are the things you already have. Your passion, your intellect, your voice, and most importantly, your ability to connect with and uplift others. Almost every positive change we can make in this life is rooted in the way we engage with other people. It is the through line of every story I've shared today. When we accept help from others and give it freely, we all get what we need. When we listen to our hearts and jump into the void, it is the people in our lives that form the nets that will catch us. When we make it a point to include others, grab their hands, and bring them along as we climb, we contribute to a cycle of upward momentum that helps more of us thrive. Strong relationships are the foundation of strong communities, and strong communities are the backbone of strong societies. Today, we live in a world that is crying out for all of these things. So leave here armed with the courage in your hearts, the innate wisdom in your souls, the capacity for kindness in your spirits, and yes, the diploma in your hands to encounter all that the universe has prepared for you. While you will certainly continue to learn and gain new skills after you depart from this incredible institution, know that you are already poised today, this very moment, to help build more of what this region, this nation, and our whole global community need most. You have what you need to twist fate for the better. Now, go and do it. Thank you and congratulations.
Inspiring words. Class of 2025, congratulations, this is your moment. In just a few short minutes, and I promise I'll be short, you'll be joining a group of people 150,000 plus strong, with an outsized impact across our nation and our world. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you will always be an eagle. As we say around here, once an eagle, always an eagle. You will carry this place that helped to shape, guide, support, and challenge you as part of who you are and who you become. In myriad different ways, you will live out the values that unite us and make us the strong, powerful community that we are today. Integrity, excellence, service, community. Those aren't just words, they are guideposts for your future. As an eagle, you share a common responsibility to carry them forward. And now more than ever, our nation and our world need people who understand those values and bring them to life. So my charge to you today is simple. Remember what it means to be an eagle. Take the skills, the lessons, the relationships, the successes, and yes, even the failures, all those things that were part of your AU experience, and use them to lift up others around you and build a better world. Ask yourself each day, how can I use my education, passion, and skills to improve the lives of other people? When we continually reflect on this fundamental question with open hearts and minds, we find our true selves and our true purpose. Throughout the course of my first year as AU president, I've spoken a lot about civil discourse and civic engagement as essential ingredients of a college education and of a strong, healthy, and sustainable democracy. Those components are at the core of our new Civic Life initiative, as we have explored how to engage in thoughtful dialogue and debate across differences, to seek common ground, and to address problems together with a spirit of creativity and innovation. Even a year ago, I would not have predicted just how urgent and important those skills and practices would become in our society. This has quickly become a national movement. I'm excited to be a part of a consortium of hundreds of college presidents across the country who have pledged to urge their graduates this spring to be exemplars of civil discourse and civic engagement. Through the Campus to Community initiative, we're speaking up about the importance of academic freedom and a renewed commitment to what I call civic pluralism. If American University community members and alumni can become known for practicing these commitments and attributes, we can and will change the world. You've learned a lot while you were a student here. Now I'm asking you to be lifelong learners. Bring the same intellectual curiosity and humility that you cultivated in your studies to the professional, social, and community challenges you will confront in the future. With an attitude of respect and radical hospitality toward others, I ask that you practice active listening and use facts, evidence, research, and reason to challenge assumptions and consider different approaches and perspectives. We need you to lead us away from hate and division and toward love and understanding. We need you to build bridges and connections. I've experienced firsthand how good you are at these skills already. You've made my day when you've looked up from your screens when we pass on the quad and offered a smile and an encouraging word. You can practice that today. Look into the faces of the people around you, every one of you an eagle celebrating momentous achievement. Thank them, encourage them, smile at them, share this moment together. Great things happen when we start to truly connect. Graduates, my final advice for you today is to never stop dreaming big dreams. To quote American poet Langston Hughes, hold fast to dreams. For if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Eagles, now is your time to fly. All of us here today, your fellow graduates, professors, staff members, family, and friends, we all want to see you soar. And when you do, remember how you took flight at American University. Congratulations to the class of 2025. The moment you've all been waiting for, Provost Vicki Wilkins will begin the conferral of degrees.
The conferral of doctoral degrees is a source of enormous pride and satisfaction for the university faculty. Since it was first awarded in Europe during the Middle Ages, the doctoral degree has been recognized throughout the world as the highest measure of scholarly studies. The hood with which the degree recipient will be invested is an ancient and universally respected symbol. It is awarded after years of rigorous graduate study, during which each doctoral candidate demonstrates superior intellectual ability and the commitment to the discovery of new knowledge that makes an original contribution to one's scholarly field. Today, we are pleased to recognize doctoral candidates who are escorted to the platform by their faculty advisors to symbolize their admittance into a community of scholars. Will the candidates for the degree of philosophy from the College of Arts and Science please rise and remain standing? President Alger, I am honored to present these candidates for the conferral of their degrees.
By authority of the Congress of the United States vested in the Board of Trustees of American University, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended and certified, with its accompanying rights and responsibilities. I am proud to welcome you as a scholar among scholars and as alumni of American University. Congratulations! And Dean Aldori will introduce the doctoral degree recipients.
Thank you. Will doctoral degree recipients from the College of Arts and Sciences please come to the platform with their dissertation advisors? Walter Park will announce the degree recipients.
Shannon A. Clark, Doctor of Philosophy in Anthropology, hooded by Dr. Zoltan Cook. Justin Edward Uline, Doctor of Philosophy in Anthropology, hooded by Dr. Daniel Sayers. Dia Joy Wright, Doctor of Philosophy in Anthropology, hooded by Dr. Daniel Sayers. Sydney Lewis Murray, Doctor of Philosophy in Behavior, Cognition, and Neuroscience, hooded by Dr. Katie Holton.
Gabi jangan goyang-goyang. Ininya ikut goyang, jangan goyang-goyang. Gabinya jangan goyang-goyang.
Lindsay Stella Sparrock, Doctor of Philosophy in Behavior, Cognition, and Neuroscience, hooded by Dr. Laura Giuliano.
Susah banget ini. Ini Michael masih 1 jam lagi. Masih jam lagi.
Salman Humud Akhalifa, Doctor of Philosophy in Clinical Psychology.
Sekarang bacanya pelan-pelan ya. Kalau yang lain ada yang cepat gitu. Pelan-pelan.
Juliet Cox, Doctor of Philosophy in Clinical Psychology, hooded by Dr. Kathleen Gunthert. Joyce Xiao Jing Wang, Doctor of Philosophy in Clinical Psychology, hooded by Dr. Kathleen Gunthert. Tamara Renee Opliger, Doctor of Philosophy in Clinical Psychology, hooded by Dr. Michelle Carter. Pravina Bandara, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, hooded by Dr. Kara Reynolds.
India. Kayak mix, campur.
David Clary, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, hooded by Dr. Robert Feinberg. Amy Burnett Cross, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, hooded by Dr. Mary Henson. Tina Mumlatsa, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, hooded by Dr. Boris Gershman. Yan Wang, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, hooded by Dr. Gabriel Matthew. Alexandra Sonia Zarembak Panich, Doctor of Philosophy in History, hooded by Dr. M.J. Rimsha Alauska.
Congratulations to the doctoral graduates from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Ini ya, si Michael scientist ya.
Iya, Bachelor of Science.
As we begin the
Tapi dari
conferral of
ujung sana dulu
master's and
deh.
bachelor's degrees, we ask that parents and
Udah bagus di sini,
guests
udah bagus di sini.
remain in
Karena
their seats as
karena
students
sejajar
come
dia,
to the
sejajar.
stage.
Kalau di bawah
There will
malah
be
ke
a photographer
nggak kelihatan.
on stage to record the event for everyone.
Iya, dari sini malah kelihatan. Dia pakai zoom dia, zoom
Objects
jauh.
that impede visibility,
Malah zoom
signs,
jauh.
banners, air horns, or noisemakers are prohibited.
Ini Kak, soalnya dia kalau di bawah dia ketutupan panggung.
Candidates for master's degrees, please rise and remain standing.
Oh, master degree masih.
Ya, master baru dia.
Baru.
Candidates for bachelor's degrees, please rise and remain standing. President Alger, on behalf of the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences and the faculty members who have taught and guided these individuals, I am honored to present these candidates for master's and bachelor's degrees.
Are you ready? By authority of the Congress of the United States, vested in the Board of Trustees of American University, I confer upon you the degree for which you've been recommended and certified, with its accompanying rights and responsibilities. Dean Eldori will now present our new graduates for individual recognition.
and bachelor's degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences, please come to the podium, the platform. Thank you.
Kak Vera, bagus dari sini atau dari bawah? Fotonya dari bawah. Dari sini kan? Di bawah juga belum tentu boleh kayaknya tuh. Nah, di bawah ada nggak belum tentu boleh itu. Itu ada yang jagain itu. Ya wajahnya kelihatan. Panjang kok itu lensanya. Ya lensanya. Nggak boleh itu di bawah, nggak boleh ada orang. Itu mereka pakai ini semua tuh, yang di bawah pakai ini semua paket tag. Oh dari mana nih? Dari belakang ya? Michael udah dari depan ya?
Dari depan dulu.
Hah?
Dari depan dulu.
Oh dari depan, oke. Oh bentar lagi berarti Michael. Itu kelihatan nggak tuh? Di ini nih tuh, lihat Michael coba dadah.
Will the graduates of the Department of Anthropology please step forward?
Nanti dia
The following students are candidates for the degree of Masters of Arts.
Isabel Mejia. Madeline Brown. Leah Itani. Molly Middleton.
The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
Taya Elizabeth Schneider. Nora Hans. Haley Vetter. Surya Pillai. Grace Catherine Hill. Nicholas Jimenez. Caitlin Rice. Catherine Grace McCarthy. Elizabeth Jordine Street Johnson. Madeline Dune. Naomi Rose Skiles. Zoe Catherine Ackerman.
Nanti pas sudah Michael Naibaho baru teriak ya.
Azarine Ledwidge. Bridget Flanders. Leticia Suarez. Jessa Bolton.
Itu dia.
Peyton McGowan. Samantha Denise Leslie Short. Nayla Nasser.
Will the graduates of the Department of Art please step forward? The following students are candidates for the degree of Masters of Arts.
Lucas Field. Michelle Avila. Jessica N. Bond. Olivia Agate. Diana Soleil Fogel. Laura Mirabella.
Itu yang di bawah itu nanti bisa dipesan.
Oh boleh ya?
Nah, yang
The
mereka
following
itu ntar
students
ada
are candidates for the
dikasih
degree of
email nanti
Master of
bisa
Fine
dipesan.
Arts.
Patricia Edwin Hoku
Nggak boleh itu.
Spain.
Ini nggak boleh. Oh, situ bisa.
Connor Gagny.
Ya, tapi lebih baik sini dia lebih tinggi.
Phaedra Ascarina.
Michael Naibaho. Enggak Michael. Panggil namanya. Iya, itu
The
bisa
following
dipesan itu.
students
Itu
are
nanti bisa
candidates
dipesan.
for the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
Isabel Rose Ritz.
Mereka udah tahu kan, dia udah tahu. Dia pakai Zoom kan.
Ray Walsh. Alejandro Vasquez. Heather Rosell. Maximilian Dunlop. Fiona Josephine Harris. Leah Berchianti. Els Henderson. Avery Rose Zabar. Kate Elizabeth Hastings. Alexis Paige Aronin. Sophie Elizabeth Summer.
Natalie Hoffman. Aaron Ackerman.
Itu Michael disuruh nanti pose dulu pas
Grace
jangan
Riley
langsung
Goddard.
nyelonong. Di telepon atau di WhatsApp
Riley
dia biar
Duggan.
jangan langsung nyelonong. Dia bilang suruh pose nanti biar dipoto di bawah dia.
Alicia Eugenia Simon Dominguez.
Cameron
Tuh
Riley.
pose kayak gitu kak. Pose kayak gitu kak. Iya posenya.
Clara Malone. Sarah M. Hetzel. Rowan Isabel Curley. Mehi Matute. Caroline Hearn. Rose Keeland Reevy Gilbert. Alexander Harris Portnoy. Lucy Phillips. Ashton Dickerson. Julia Ruth Kane. Jessica Elizabeth Pape. Madeline Eleanor Collin. Kira Jinye Crown. Catherine Elizabeth Goff.
From Korea tadi.
Will the graduates of the Department of Biology please step forward? The following students are candidates for the degree of Masters of Science.
Anya Miriam Adru. Emily Horace. Yelhan Akan. Nathaniel Ramis Fleming. Cecilia Croft. Maya Williams. Ray Wang.
The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science.
Charlotte Irosu. Lilia May Clement Bose. Katarina Gotuhidi. Amaya Rothrock. Emily Ryan. Isabel J. Sun. Steve Bjorgi. Stefania Mehedinku. Brooke Steele. Perry Belfilia.
Michael.
Isabella Elena Wyatt. Emma Druniak. Emma Druniak. Charles Irvine. Kedar Sajay Narayan.
Susah karena zoom in jadi gerak-gerak.
Oren Connor.
Kalau di WhatsApp ya gerak dikit jadi gerak lagi.
Abigail Smith. Aiden Deneen. Justin Michael Chokerlund. Taekwon Jong. Cecile Madigan. Abigail McDonald. Shayna Friedman. Sydney Goff. Raylan Akdab. Caitlin Bailey. Anna Y. Clark.
There's some tricky names here.
Yvette Marie Now. Sabrina Olivia Mahoney. Alexandria Lauren Soleil Simmons. Grace Elizabeth Helmer. Charlotte Jackson. Sophia Palau. Sierra Elizabeth Wynn. Grace King Ya DePietro. Alexander Diggs. Michael Glennox.
Bukan itu.
Ashley Marie Smith. Jenna Margaret Walls. Olivia Lance. Anna Sharp. Jacob Calderon. Michael Trzaskowski. Elizabeth
Ini dia jalan.
Iya.
Kyle Harrison. Alexandra Manning. Alexandria Carson.
Teriak ya nanti ya. Michael Naibaho gitu. Sama. Teriak harus teriak.
The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science.
Jacqueline Jessup Hagelbach. Mara Fletcher. Zachary Cutler.
Jocelyn Lopez Arias.
Miley Dowson. Leah Starr. Alexis Amaibi Kentaway. Abigail Grace Shumway. Sanjana Suresh Babu. Hassan Tabebe. Benjamin Lennon. Leah Carey. Kelsey Kirsch. Yulan Liu. Robin Helene Xiaoning Alternator.
Will the graduates of the Department of Computer Science please step forward? The following students are candidates for the degree of Masters of Science.
Dean Vu Fang. Sai Ten Island.
La.
Leila Damgani. Nathan Young. Shinkirai Mazurova. Ifai Okafo.
The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science.
Genevieve Lynn Satzinger. Dylan Hubert. Omaradine. Chung Chen. Shamil Kalmatov. Abdul Malik Mazin Al-Hasmi. Roberto Jose Guerra Cordova. E. Park Mills. Tomer Ben Hezek.
Itu Michael udah kelihatan tuh.
Jeffrey Tyler Mann. James Archer.
Jangan ngoyang-ngoyang.
Grace Abrahams. Gretchen Callahan. Kennedy Smith.
Jangan ngoyang-ngoyang.
Dahlia Karim.
Aduh.
Tyler Nicole Madison. Evan St. Laurent.
Hi, Michael.
Michael Mangatash Naibaho.
Michael!
Ashley McClendon. Agida Koker Bangura. Jayla Giovanni Sebastian.
Michael!
Eve Briggs. Eva Wallace.
Will the graduates from the Critical Race, Gender, and Culture Studies Collaborative please step forward? The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in African American and African Diaspora Studies.
Bethlehem Walden. Elijah Stevens. Caleb Sherrod Brown.
The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in American Studies.
Rohin Ghosh. Benton Jacob Resnick. Dora Nunez.
The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies.
Ileana Galati. Molly Marie Collins. Phoebe Jean Rose Hawkins.
Salah masuk.
Olivia Gilliam. Natan Kimmelman Locke. Gabriella Ford.
Gabriel tuh di situ.
The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Arab World Studies.
Marielle Orman. Jillian Ford.
The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Asia Pacific and Diaspora Studies.
Sydney Grace Yachi Hokat. Emma Weiler. Madison Conroy. Alan Tran.
Udah dapat fotonya.
Will the graduates of the
Ini live-nya aku
Department of
matiin ya.
Economics please
Baterainya
step
mau habis.
forward? Following
Bang Yus,
students are
baterainya udah habis
candidates
ya.
for the
3.
degree of Master of Arts.
Nggak ada speech. Hah? Kenapa nggak ada speech? Memang nggak ada speech.
Babo Nolan Gildas.
Nanti ini lagi. Ini aku matiin ya live-nya.
Melvin J. Span. Nicole Angela Servi. Elhaji Bey. Alanu Dakil Allah Al-Hardi. Rima Abdul Mahin Al-Zambaki. Lisette Escobar.
Ada yang pakai itu ya Army ya.
The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science.
Kendall Thompson. Michael Dennis Hoolan. Elon Trenier. Lucas Rebeco Tardillo. Caroline Spaniel. Oliver Dillman Bassett. Ignacio Cortez Niles. Moises Segura Zaga. Annika Rao. Carson Lay. Spencer Rosen. Willem Els.
The following students are the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
Abdul Rahman Faris Al Khalifa. Miles Lewis. Yuan Zhu. Yigong Yang. Mohammed Sayed Karunian. Carter Just. Michael Hua. Marcus Anderson. Lindred Barbara Murphy. Graham Sean Girth. Andrew Levy. John Bromhead. Esma Sipahi. Vedika Mahi.
Kalau Michael aja.
Kendall Ann Witters. Sarah Jane Gallagher. Clark Wahlberger.
Ini aku stop streaming ya?
Ya udah.
Ah, udah ya.
Will the graduates of the Department of Environment